What up, guys? Today I wanted to do some catch-up and do Julia's favorite item story thing. This week is gonna be probably kind of dry. I mean, this is kind of an in-between event, right? So we're probably gonna do some catching up, maybe a lost sector here or two. Because we're gonna be waiting for that 3-week, thingy they got going on. Oh, this looks nice. Let's see. Surface already? Today's melody has a particularly beautiful resonance. It's like a lone cactus flower blooming amidst a barren wasteland. My music must have taken on that rugged tone while performing in the harsh environment of the surface. I feel quite satisfied. Now then, shall I play the next piece? Ah, this piece! I found this lying forgotten in the ruins, waiting for someone to play it. The score, which originally carried that composer's hopes and dreams, crumbled away soon after. But I was able to give a new home to those notes with this notebook. If I hadn't done so, this beauty might have remained lost forever, fallen into oblivion. I wish to convey the joy of that moment of discovery to the one who composed it. I will perform it with this joy in my heart. Will it reach them, I wonder? No, I have a long journey yet to travel before I reach such an echelon. Until then, I must keep improving. If I continue forging ahead, one day I am sure to reach that stratum. And when that day comes, I hope that my melodies will surge forth and reach them. Let us leave our doubts and regrets behind and move forward. So that piece was the last one. Come to think of it, that was the most recent one I transcribed into this notebook. There are still a few pages left, however, enough to fit at least one more composition. It's a bit disappointing that I couldn't fill it entirely, but I cannot break my promise to Mentor. I must visit the Ark once a month. Julia lifts her head and looks around. The wilderness is already bathed in a crepuscular glow. It was also dusk when the conductor first blessed the initial step of my journey. This scenery reminds me of them. For the final piece, perhaps I'll play the melody that I want to convey the most. I shall perform once more while I recall that precise point in time. Uh-oh. Julia pauses briefly before resuming her performance. Ugh. This is most vexing. My mind cannot conjure up the images properly. During my next visit to the Ark, I will go see the conductor. Today, there are no operations in which I have to partake. An all too rare occurrence. I shouldn't have said that. We already know what's going to happen. I am catching up on the backlog of paperwork that's piled up. Ugh. I cannot give voice to the images which appear in my mind. Is something missing? Julia? Did you call for me, conductor? Is there something I can help you with? While I've been wandering in search of my melody, it seems I've ended up troubling you. I'd like to deny that, but yeah. While I appreciate your offer for aid, I am not sure how to respond to such an offer. When I have discerned how to proceed, I will reach out to you then. Julia resumes playing once again. Julia? Yes, conductor. Is there anything in particular I should be doing? Ah, it seems the turbulent waves of my melody have crashed upon the tranquil shores of your heart. Please do not worry yourself so much. I will do my best to mollify this tempestuous melody. I have no clue what she's saying at this point. Carry on as you normally do, conductor. If you say so. Per Julia's advice, I returned to what I was doing. The melody itself seems to be in a disarray, most likely because I have not found my own inner balance yet. This direction doesn't seem right. Perhaps it's this way. I might have misjudged. Let me adjust my stance just a smidgen. I made a mistake. To think I'd make such a blunder in front of the conductor. I must focus deeply on the spirits of this place so I won't commit the same error again. Inhale and exhale. Despite my best efforts, I can't focus. I do remember having some business with Polly. I might as well go out and get some fresh air. Are you going out? Yes, Polly asked me to come over. Oh, you're setting off on a short jaunt to find new inspiration. I shall accompany you. You're coming? Yes. Today I wish to walk in steps with you, conductor. By witnessing your daily life, I hope to imbue my soul with greater substance. In doing so, I shall fill the last pages of my notebook. Please pay no heed to my presence. Think of me as a butterfly flitting from flower to flower. That only makes me more conscious of you being there. Ah yes, I see it now. A minute flutter of a butterfly's wings can still cause a raging tempest. My apologies. Then rather consider me a bee gathering nectar instead. That's not what I meant. Then what? Never mind, let's just go. Commander, nice to see you. Hey Polly, is anything wrong? Thanks for coming on such short notice. It's nothing major, but there's something I'd like you to look into. Julia, what are you doing here? You're not up to trouble again, are you? Wait, again? A full lunar phase has passed since our last rendezvous. It is nice to see you again. You can be at ease. Today I am simply following in the conductor's steps. You two know each other? Whenever I return to the Ark, if I follow the movement of the melody, I always find Polly at the end of it. Whenever we meet, she seems perpetually distressed. I see. We received a noise complaint about someone playing a violin. Needless to say, I can take a guess as to who's at fault, but we still have to go through the proper procedures. If the waves of my melody have overwhelmed you, it must mean I still lack the proper skill. My inadequacy has troubled you, it seems. I know it wasn't intentional. Besides, having the commander here today helps matters. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but whatever. As I said, today my flow will follow the conductor. There will be no aimless wandering like before, which were due to my being entranced by the movement of the melody. That's a relief. If things do go sideways, I'm counting on you, Commander. Got it. So what is it that you needed me to look into? Like I said, it's nothing major, but have a gander at this. I take a look at the documents Polly shows me. We'll map out the route like so. We can place some arrangements there. Huh? What happened? The flow just stopped. What a shame. I felt like I was so close to completion. That's a weird sentence. But perhaps this will lead to new inspiration. I'll wait a little longer for it to come back to life. For now, I shall go over the notes I've written down so far. As Polly glares at Julia, a thoroughly awkward silence fills the police station. Why are you both staring at me like that? Julia? Yes, conductor, what is it? Can you stop playing for a moment while we're working? What do you mean? The violin. I didn't even realize I was playing the violin. My apologies, I got so caught up in the flow of the melody again. I don't even have the energy to fight back anymore. It's just that seeing you two working so harmoniously caused a pleasant melody to spring into my mind. As I envisioned the ebb and flow of that melody in my head, I must have subconsciously started playing the violin. If I immerse myself just a bit more, I feel like I might complete this melody. But it seems I let my eagerness get the best of me, and I ended up disrupting your work. In an act of repentance, I will temporarily put aside the act of imbuing my soul with greater substance. Dude, she's just yapping. Instead, I will patiently wait for your task to be completed. Julia sets down the violin and watches as I work with Polly. After a while, however, she is unable to hide her restlessness. Julia? Yes, conductor? If you want to play, just play. That's exactly what I thought you'd say. You mentioned earlier that you got into a groove. I wouldn't want to interrupt that. Let your flow move freely. Oh! Thank you, conductor. If I do as you suggest, give into the melody fully and follow it wherever it takes me, I may create a melody more beautiful than ever. It's as if I've been struck by a thunderbolt. And that thunderbolt is you. I will capture the emotions bound to that flash of inspiration. Julia opens her notebook and begins to frantically jot down musical notes. Even if I call out to her, I doubt that she'll respond. She's off in her own world. I think it'd be best if we let her be for a while. You're probably right. There's no rush with this paperwork, by the way. We can finish the rest of it later. Thanks, Foley. Sure thing. In the meantime, do whatever you can to support Julia. Of course. I'll leave her to you. We're at the maid cafe this time? Welcome back, Master and Miss. It's nice to be back. It's nice to be back? Feel free to take any seat you like. Alright, we'll sit here today. After we sat down, Julia still seemed somewhat uneasy. Is something wrong? This is the first time I've ever been to this establishment, but the staff spoke as if my spirit has been here before. What kind of place is this? Is it your first time at a maid cafe? Embarrassingly, yes. I've dedicated my life to music. Being here now, I feel like a penguin gazing upon a dessert for the first time. It's as if my mind has turned into a blank musical score. Well, take this as a learning opportunity. This is a place where you can relax, that's all. We'll do the first one, why not? Learning opportunity, indeed. If I have not reached something yet, I simply need to keep moving forward. Besides, I decided to follow the conductor's path today. And so I will do as you do. Alright, we're ready to order. What will you have? I'll have a refreshment, where the purest white dances alongside the most scorchous black. I don't think I quite understand. She means a coffee with milk. Oh, I see. Thanks for your help, Master. I'll have the same. Got it, just a moment. A while later. How was your latte, miss? I made it myself. Julia closed her eyes, as if in a deep state of rumination. Is something the matter? Ah, no, not at all. Forgive me, the drink is as beautiful as a dancing songstress. However, I wished to capture the emotion I felt while being here with the conductor. But those emotions have wandered off, and the notes have strayed from the path. You mean you lost track of the emotions? Yes. I tried to make sense of the path and the flow of the conductor here, but I found it as difficult as playing a violin without a bow. That is because the maid cafe is a contradiction. Excuse me? Have I done something wrong? Certainly not. Then I'm afraid I don't understand. What I mean is that the very concept of a maid cafe is contradictory. I still don't follow. Poor Coco. A cafe is supposed to be a place where customers are simply served a cup of coffee. But here, everyone who visits is treated as a master. That made me think. Masters and a guest are like two opposite sides of a coin. In this establishment, however, those two concepts become one. It is a place where these contradictory elements harmonize. I have realized now the wellspring of the conductor's inspiration. He finds joy in such contradictions, and thus derives inspiration from them. I wanted to capture the exhilaration, the power of that contradiction within my melody. But encapsulating such a paradox is like trying to make coffee that is both hot and cold. I have lost the path the notes were meant to take. I know she's speaking English, but I don't understand a word of what she's saying. That's not what a maid cafe is, Julia. What do you mean? Here, we are only masters and maids. There are no guests, and so there is no contradiction. That's right! I've never thought of any of our masters as simply customers. The same goes for you, Julia. You're not a customer, you're a lady. Just enjoy it for what it is. I think I understand. This place is filled with pure, unadulterated joy. You enjoy it, and so you are able to find inspiration here. I simply need to give in and enjoy something which is simple in nature. Wait, an excellent melody just came to me. Julia pulls out her notebook and starts writing. Thank you for taking me here, conductor. Thanks to you, I've added another nuance to my melody. I feel like a brilliant piece is about to be born. I just showed you the way, you did the rest. No, without you guiding me, I wouldn't have realized such a joyous place existed. Following you here was the right choice. Soon, I'll be able to fill up this notebook. Still got a little more to go, huh? Yes, that's right. I've managed to add a subtle new shade of color to the melody within me, but my goal is to fill it in completely. In order for that to happen, I must depend on you. Alright. After finishing the coffee, I get up to head to the next location. I'm sorry that I couldn't follow what you were saying, miss, and couldn't be much help. Do not worry, I have already received enough help. You have become my muse, Coco. It is as if a window has been opened to my soul and a fresh breeze is blowing in. You mean I was helpful? Absolutely. I will return here again to feel the flow of this place. I wish you peace until then. See you next time. Okay, take care, master. Take care, miss. Instead of spoken words, Julia responds by playing a beautiful melody on her violin. After wandering around with Julia, which feels like an odd mixture of both relaxation and work, it is already deep into the night by the time we return to the commander's room. Well, what'd you think of today? How was it, you ask? The reason I first decided to seek you out was to regain the inspirational imagery I received from you. Today, as I accompanied you, I was able to fill in many parts of myself, even more than I had hoped for. Thanks to you, conductor, it was an exceedingly fulfilling day. I'm glad I could help. I can't thank you enough, conductor. Today was profoundly nourishing to my soul in many ways. In places that are bastions of safety and peace, I gained inspiration about the balance between responsibility and freedom. In locales overfilling with the joy of serving others, I could feel the melody inherent in pure enjoyment. Being with you, conductor, made my soul more vibrant. Completing the last part of my notebook won't be difficult now, as I can fill in the rest with my own story. I don't see it taking any longer than a few days, in fact. Once again, my greatest thanks to you, conductor. It was my pleasure, really. Well... However, there is still something missing. Would you promise me something, conductor? If you can do that for me, the completion of my story will not be far off. Julia steps closer. Of course, I promise. Thank you for your kindness. Please take a look at this. Julia takes out her notebook. During my journey across the surface, I've discovered untold musical scores. The notes that almost perished in those damaged music sheets and were nearly lost to time have found a new home in this notebook. In doing so, I can make it so the souls of those who came before us aren't forgotten. But my rapacious got the best of me. I wanted to include my own soul within this notebook, along with the souls of those who have passed. Conductor, I want to be remembered, and I want that to be accomplished through my music, just like how the compositions in this notebook carry on the memory of their composers. I am still not quite at that level, but after spending time with you today, I earnestly wish that my music at least reaches you. So, to that end, I have a favor to ask of you. When this notebook is complete, I would like you to have it. As proof that my story reached you, as a testament that you remember it and remember me. Of course, I'll accept it. Is there anything else I can do? No, you helped me enough. To want anything more would be the epitome of avarice. I'm sorry that our journey has ended. Please, don't feel that way. Once the music I've begun to create today with you is completed, it will connect us always. Then, I'll wait for the piece to be completed. Thank you. After I finish the last page of this notebook, you will be my very first audience. My first audience. A few days later, Julie invites me to the theater. Inside the empty theater without any other audience members or staff, Julia stands alone on the stage preparing to perform. Hello, Julia. Hello, Julia. Conductor, you came. Thank you for accepting my invitation. I take it you finished the piece? I've composed an immensely satisfying end to it thanks to you. The harmonious intermingling of both my soul and yours. Together, they create a piece that can stand proudly along those songs from the surface and those notes of the past. But even after pouring everything I have into this piece, it still feels as if I've merely caught a fleeting glimpse of their distant silhouettes. It makes me a little worried about what lies ahead. You shouldn't. What do you mean? If you're the Julia I know, you'll do just fine. I'll stay by your side and support you. Both these are pretty good. I'll do the first one, sure. It's fascinating. Simply hearing you say that makes all of my worries dissipate, as if they were a mirage. You're right, there is no need to worry. I simply need to walk the path those before me took, even if I do it slowly. Well then, let us take the first step together, you and I, connected through music. Julia places the notebook on the music stand on the stage, and adjusts her posture in preparation. This is a piece which I composed while thinking of you. I'm honored for you to be the first to hear it. Julia's performance begins. The violin produces a melody which resonates throughout the theater, transforming and fluctuating between differing and dynamic emotional shifts. At times, it is an ode to a steadfast guardian. In others, a hymn celebrating joy shared with others. Occasionally, it's even a love song about spending precious days with someone you cherish. Julia fills the empty theater with her sound, pouring her soul into every note. Woo! Oh, this looks really good. Bravo! It was a magnificent performance. It brought back so many memories of the day we spent together.
さすがはマエストロ。感じ取っていただけたのですね。お気づきの通りです。はじめはマエストロのあり方だけを表現しようと思っていましたが、あなたと一日を過ごすうちに欲を抑えられなくなりました。このメロディーの中に私もありたいと。
Then I'd say the song conveyed that feeling perfectly.
この曲でノートの最後を飾ることができて、私は幸せです。マエストロとのつながりを感じることができましたから。完成したノートの原本はマエストロが持っていてください。私の物語がマエストロに届き、私とつながっていることの証として。
I'll treasure it.
私は音楽にこの身を捧げると決めています。ですが、マエストロになら半分くらいは捧げてもいいかもしれません。もしかしたらそれ以上でも。ただそれはきっと雲を縄でつなぎ止めようとするようなものでしょう。ですからマエストロにこのノートを捧げられるだけで満足です。私の魂と物語を載せたノートとともに、マエストロの記憶の中にある限り、私はいつでもマエストロのそばにいます。
Okay, that should be the last one. Okay, it was kind of short at the end though, but that image was pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, I don't know how much I want to use Julia, because from what I saw, she looked pretty ass. Granted, I think she bugged the fucking last culprit, didn't she? Oh, this looks really good, though. Hold on, let me see how much I even have of Julia. I got it. I forgot she's +1 for me. This is the one before this, right? Oh, I think I have enough. Wait, no. It's 150 after this, correct? Oh, no, I do have enough. Wow, okay. Yeah, okay, it's 50 and then 110. I forgot. Huh, interesting. I mean, I guess I could do something. I don't know. I just remembered looking at her treasure and thinking it wasn't good. Maybe I have to just take a look at it again, but I don't know. This looks really good, though. Oh, wow. Yeah, that looks really good. Hold on, let's do this. Dude, that looks really good. What the heck? Okay, Julia. Let's see it one more time. Dude, look at the little butterfly effects falling out. Dude, that looks so cool, actually. Dang, okay. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember. Where did Julia even, release? It was in her own event, right? She has her own event? Maybe I made that up. Honestly, from the top of my head, I don't know. I'm not really familiar with Julia's story. I still have to go back and, check out a lot of past events and stuff like that, but, bro, I have so much catching up to do and so little time. I need to prioritize the Black Shadow event, New Year's Sword, I believe it was called. I need to prioritize that one. And then there's another one that I need to prioritize. I did the Moron event originally because I feel like that was gonna be important to the campaign, and I feel like it was relatively important. At least it made sense about like Sugar's involvement with Sixo and Moron in that little part of the campaign. But dang it, I think I really need to do New Year's Sword before the next campaign chapters come out. I think that's probably the move. Maybe I'll do like a showcase on Julia here. I don't know. The problem is I'm already low on like resources and stuff, so I gotta wait for the next units that come out that probably will be important, and you know, the next treasure wave that also might be important. I still need to catch up on like this stuff though. So like I need Julia's, and then I need like Vipers. I need to try to get Zway's done. So we're still catching up. I'm gonna try to do those next. Maybe, we'll see. Just a lot of catching up while I guess there's not anything exciting for these like kind of filler events, I suppose. Anyways, that's enough rambling from me. Let me know what you guys think about Julia's favorite item story right here. Also, if you want to support the channel, subscribing and sharing is very appreciated. And I'll catch you guys later.